Hi, this is Cody. I'm here tonight, or this morning, and I was just wondering, is it not about time that Hollywood should stop making horror movies? You may wonder why. I wonder about that. It's because I think this is my own personal opinion. It's got nothing to do with anybody else's. It's just my thing. It's my rant and rave. But in the last, what, 15 years, I guess, 10, 15 years, Hollywood hasn't made a scary horror movie in so long that it hardly makes any difference whether they make any more or not. Although I haven't seen the new Poltergeist yet, I haven't seen the Poltergeist remake. Actually, I'm looking forward to that. And the only actually halfway scary movie that I've seen that was a horror movie was the remake of Evil Dead. That was pretty good. Let Me In was a really good horror movie. It was a vampire movie, and I hadn't seen a decent vampire movie in years. Not since the Blade movies. But that was a superhero thing, you know. And although that was really great, they had a great trilogy for Wesley Snipes and everything. And that was a lot of fun. But still, it was not a horror movie. You know, they weren't horror movies. But it just seems like Hollywood has really gone downhill with their ideas of horror movies. Oh, I gotta take those off for a minute. And it just seems like these ideas, pretty cheap ideas toward horror movies, are more special effects than they are stories. And Hollywood is really going downhill because of that. Or at least that's what I think, you know. The only movies that have actually been worth watching have been the Avenger movies. Or Avengers. Plural, not singular, right? So, you know, don't get me wrong there. I've seen all the Marvel movies. I've seen all of them. Yeah, I'm not really crazy about the idea of seeing Ant-Man. I never did like Ant-Man to begin with. Daredevil was not very good. But, you know, I don't want to go there right now. So this is about horror movies, not bad superhero movies. I don't even want to get into that. I don't know. Hollywood just has done a great job of losing it in the last 15 years. You know, it's like they're spending money just for the sake of spending money, and then, you know, somebody in there gets all ticked off because they're not making back the kind of money that they spent, you know, just in the hopes of breaking even, you know. So it's kind of like, well, what are you hoping to do, idiot? You know. And I understand that it's not an easy thing to make a movie. You know, it's not like you get a crew of 8, maybe 12 people from Bubba's Movies Are Us crew. You know, where you draft all these losers to come out and just shoot a movie over the weekend. I know that it's not anything like that. You need an entire staff. You've got to have budgeting. You've got to have a director who knows what he's doing. God forbid. And you got to have a story to go with it. You know, the whole story to start it with. You know, it takes a lot. You know, depending on what the movie is. I don't know, man. And one other thing too is that too many. If anybody else has seen those stupid paranormal activity movies, oh my god, that's embarrassing. That's an embarrassing thing to admit because they're so bad, because they're so terrible and they're not scary. You know, maybe in another life I could have made a scary movie, you know, or a decent horror movie, you know, if I were somebody that were able to. I'm not saying that I'd be able to. Um, but it's like, come on. If you're gonna make a horror movie, at least try to make a horror movie. At least try to make it scary. Don't just throw everybody in the same room and say bah, and then that's it. That's not going to scare anybody. Unless they're severely disturbed. Um, you know. But Evil Dead was good. That was a good movie. It had some pretty good scares in that. And Let Me In. That is a creepy movie. That is very creepy. I love that. I love the girl that plays the vampire. What's her name? Chloe Grace Moretz, I think is her name. She's amazing. She's an amazing young actress. Very young for her profession too. For all the things that she does. She was in Carrie. Carrie was. It was a good remake, but it was not exactly a standalone movie. So, but anyway, I don't know. I think it's about time that somebody in Hollywood took their head out of the sky or took their head out of someplace else and decided to get real, and just get a clue as to what they need to really do if they're going to keep making movies. Specifically, if they're going to make horror movies, are constantly about these idiot, snot-nosed teenagers, without half a clue, things like that. And I'm going to get a lot of hate for that one. I'm going to get a lot of grief for that one. I know that. I know a lot of teenagers. I'm an uncle as well as a father, so yeah. Like, hey Cody, what do you mean by this and this and this? Okay. Let's see what kind of Christmas you're gonna have, old man. Yeah, damn it. But anyway, what can I say, man? It's just an opinion. It's not the cure for cancer or anything like that. If it were the cure for cancer, good God, I would wish that somebody would share it with the rest of the planet, especially with the people who need it now or needed it yesterday, So, it's just me. You can take it seriously or don't take it seriously. It has nothing to do with the price of gas. It's got nothing to do with the price of coffee. The price of coffee that you drink in the mornings. So, it's easy to dismiss. Alright. I'm out. I'm gone, man. I gotta get back to work on my book. I'm out of here. Where's the stop thing again?